Breaking news at noon. Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro captured by U.S. forces during that weekend strike on the country, and he's expected to face a judge at any moment.
They only took this action because it was important. And what you did year after year after year is you kept it at the front, at the top of the fold of the paper.
And for the first time, we're hearing from Florida leaders about the strike when U.S. forces arrested Maduro.
Plus, we're following breaking news out of Lake County. Police searching for the driver of this car connected to a possible abduction attempt. What we know this afternoon.
WESH 2 News starts now with breaking news.
We begin with that breaking news as this is a live look from the U.S. federal courthouse in New York City. Any minute, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro will face a U.S. judge for the first time arraigned on drug trafficking charges. Maduro and his wife were arrested by U.S. forces during an overnight strike on the Venezuelan capital city Saturday morning.
Yeah, the order coming from President Donald Trump. Now, the president returned to Washington overnight after overseeing the operation from his Mar-a-Lago resort in Palm Beach. He called the strike a, quote, amazing achievement and claimed the U.S. will now run the country for a time. President Trump also issuing a warning to Venezuela's new interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, if she doesn't cooperate.
I just say that she will face a situation probably worse than Maduro, because, you know, Maduro gave up immediately.
Maduro and his wife face drug trafficking charges. Prosecutors allege they lead a cartel responsible for bringing illegal drugs into the United States. And we're hearing directly now from state leaders for the first time since Maduro's capture.
This afternoon, WESH 2's Justin Checker joins us live here in the studio with more on what they're now saying. Justin?
Nancy and Alan, this morning in South Florida, Republican U.S. Senators Rick Scott and Ashley Moody joined Venezuelan community members for a celebratory press conference. Both of them are applauding the actions of the Trump administration.
In my lifetime, he's the first president that really cared about Latin America. Yes. And he knows that we've got to make sure we have freedom and democracy in Latin America if we want to have a safe America. All right, we love all the people that have come to Miami, come all over Florida, come all over the United States from countries that have had problems, but guess what? People want to live in their country. And what we want is we want more trade with these countries, more opportunities for these countries, and President Trump has done it.
Senator Rick Scott says he got a call from Secretary of State Marco Rubio early Saturday morning. He says the removal of Nicolas Maduro will lead to more opportunity for Venezuelans and lower gas prices for Americans. Senator Ashley Moody blasted critics of the U.S. military operation in Caracas. She says if they question its legitimacy without reading Maduro's indictment, quote, shame on you. Governor Ron DeSantis also spoke about the capture of Maduro while at Deportation Depot in North Florida this morning for a news conference on illegal immigration.
Operation that was successful. He deserves to be brought to justice. And my sincere hope is that the people of Venezuela are going to be able to liberate themselves from the yoke of the Chavez-Maduro reign, because it has been one of the most destructive reigns of any in the Western Hemisphere's history.
Mentioned that many Venezuelans living here in Florida have firsthand knowledge of the oppressive Maduro regime. Senator Moody says in the coming days she expects Congress to receive briefings from the Trump administration about what's next now Maduro has been brought to justice here in the U.S. Alan, back to you.
A lot of people are definitely speaking out. Also, Justin, Democratic Congressman Maxwell Frost condemned the strike in Venezuela, saying in part, what President Trump is doing in Venezuela is illegal, dangerous, and outside the bounds of his constitutional authority.
Donald Trump is an authoritarian U.S. president who has decided to use Venezuela as a political pawn.
The Florida Democratic Party echoing a similar sentiment. Party Chair Nikki Fried says she's hoping this opens a chance for true democracy in Venezuela, but also says, quote, Congress and the American people were entirely bypassed.
Many Venezuelans right here in Central Florida continue to celebrate the end of Maduro's reign over their homeland. Crowds gathered at Lakefront Park in Kissimmee, many telling us they're happy to see their country moving forward, especially after Maduro assumed victory in a disputed 2024 election.
It's a reminder for everybody that we are here. We're going to fight to take the power in Venezuela. We're going to fight because we won the election.
But others are remaining cautious. One Venezuelan woman says people are happy back home, but she has questions about what's next. And now we're going to go to a special report about the arraignment of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
Court on the right side of your screen, that is the outside of the building with the security in front.